Hi, welcome to my next video. This time something a little bit different. I can show you one of the commissions I did recently. This is a cover for young readers' novel and I was asked to do it in watercolors. But first I had to show the editor what I had in mind, so I did a quick sketch in Photoshop. As you know, Japanese books are read right to left, so the front of the cover is on the left side of the picture. When this sketch was approved, I did a more detailed sketch in Photoshop, only the lines, and then sent it again to the editor. When I received the OK on this sketch also, I could actually move to painting this. So I printed the lines and traced them to my watercolor paper. This was actually a little bit of a nightmare to film because the picture was so long, so I chose the best parts of the time-lapse footage here. The story is about running. So for the cover, for the front part, I chose to use the same technique I used once in my Bicycle Boy series. So I imagined how the picture would look like, kind of with a motion blur. For example, if the camera was moving as fast as the character, so the surroundings, the trees and the track, are kind of blurred in the direction the camera would be moving. And of course the things that are closer to the camera get blurred more. The background is not blurred at all, and the character is moving at the same speed as the camera, so he is not blurred also. Of course, instead of painting the blur kind of softly, I chose to do these long sharp lines, which give the picture a nice feeling of speed. Additionally, I decided to leave some of the lines on the track white, so they work also as light reflection, and I added a little bit of light reflections in the distance also using white paint. Because the picture has a lot of sharp edges and a lot of sharp strokes, also a lot of leaves on trees which are kind of sharp, not round, I used a lot of my Raphael natural hair brush, which is kind of sharp at the end, so it was easier to paint all those sharp strokes. And now I'm moving to the back of the cover, and because there will be some information written here like the barcode and the ISBN, I didn't want to put any action here. I just wanted to do a nice scene with a little bit of the school showing in the background and some trees and the park. So I started with the evening sky and then proceeded to use really diluted colors to show the distance between the track in the foreground and the school in the background. This is really hard to do with strong watercolors like Shmincke because they tend to give really strong vibrant colors, so it's hard to keep them kind of half translucent in pastel. Even if you use a lot of water and you think you're painting kind of thinly, after they are dry, they tend to be more intensive than you anticipated. So showing distance like this can be a pain sometimes if you use intensive watercolors. I painted this cover based upon the story. I received a short version of the story I could read before the book was finished. Kana helped me here because the story of course was in Japanese. From there I chose some scenes that I thought would be great for a cover, and I chose this one after consulting the editor and the author. Of course, some things that I imagined were different than the image of the world that the author had in mind. This is why I had to fix some things from the first sketch. For example, the huge light that was in the background was replaced with a baseball grounds net, and also the clothes of the main hero changed. Okay, so the picture is nearly done. It took me 2 whole day sessions to color it all, and I put the video showing me coloring the main character somewhere and I cannot find it. Probably I deleted it by a mistake. The last step to finishing the background was adding the shadows of the trees in the middle. And the whole picture looks like this. It's really long and panoramic, but once you wrap it around the book you cannot see it all at once. The final step was scanning the picture, joining the picture together because I only have A4 scanner, and adjusting the colors a little bit in Photoshop. This is how the cover looks like. This is just a test print, so there's no book inside actually. I will show it to you when it gets published, and I will put more details about it into this video's description. Thank you for watching. As always, feel free to comment, share and subscribe. You can also support me on Patreon now. See you in the next video. Bye!